All right, we're just going to do a little review on telling time, okay? This is something you've been doing your whole school time, right? This shouldn't be new information, but we're just going to review because I know you guys still struggle with it. So let's just go ahead and look at a couple of them. I'm just going to look at the first three. That's why I went over them in marker, just so you could see it a little bit better on the document camera. But you have this paper in front of you, so it shouldn't be a big deal. So let's look at this first one right here. I know that the little hand tells me what? The shorter hand tells me what it is. What hour it is. The longer hand tells me the minutes. Okay? So if you notice, the small hand, is it pointing right at the 6? No, it's not. It's a little bit past that 6. The only time that it's going to be pointing exactly at the 6 is when it's 6 o'clock, and it's exactly pointed at that 12 up there. When it's exactly 6 o'clock, it'll be pointing exactly at the 6. After that, it's going to be somewhere between 6 and 7, okay? So if it's close to being 7 o'clock, it's going to be really close to the 7, but it's not going to be on the 7 yet. But it's still in the 6 o'clock range. It's going to be somewhere in this section, right here, okay? From here to here, the hour hand will be. The minute hand's going to go through the entire thing, but the hour hand is going to be between those two. So just because you see it really close to the 7 does not mean that it is it's 7 o'clock yet until it hits that 12 o'clock up here with the minute hand. This minute hand is pointing at the what? It's pointing at the 2. So let's go around and let's just label what these numbers would mean as far as minutes go. So that when it's at the 1, it would be what? How many minutes? 5 minutes. When it's at the 2, 10. When it's at the 3, 15. Are you noticing a pattern? What are we counting by?
5.
We're counting by 5s. Okay. So 4 would be 20. 5 would be 25. 6 would be 30. Okay, I want to remind you of some fractions right now because as of right now I'm done 30 minutes and I've done what portion of the clock? What fraction of the clock have I done? Half, because 30 is what of 60? Half of 60, okay? So 7 would be 35, 8 would be 40, 9 would be 45, 10 would be 50, 11 would be 55, and 12 would be 00, right, on the clock. Okay, so now that we know that, what time do you think this clock is saying? 6:10, because it's between 6 and 7, telling me that the hour is going to be 6, and then it is pointing at the 2, which is equal to 10 minutes, so that time would be 6:10, which I would represent by saying 6:10. Okay? 6:10. Let's look at this next one. Well, I only see one hand. What does that tell me? Well, it tells me that both the small hand and the larger hand, the longer hand, are pointing at the same number. Well, if they're both pointing at the same number, that tells me that it is what? 6:30, because it's pointing, means the hour hand is pointing at the 6, and the minute hand is pointing at the 6, and the 6 means it is how many minutes? 30 minutes, so this would be 6:30. Okay, let's look over here. So I see that this hour hand is somewhere between this 3 and this 4 right here. So that tells me that is it 3 o'clock or in so many minutes, or is it 4 o'clock in some number of minutes? 3, because it has not gotten to that 4 yet. It's somewhere between 3 and 4, but it has not gotten to the 4 yet. Okay, so it's going to be 3 something. Well, I see that that minute hand is pointing at the 10. 10 is equal to how many minutes? 50 minutes. So this would be 3:50. Okay, I want you guys to go ahead and fill out the rest of these clocks for me and just let me know what time it is. Remember, whenever you only see one line, that's going to tell me that both the hour hand and the minute hand are both pointing at the same thing. And I also want you to remember that if it's between two numbers, it's not to that next number yet. It's not to that next hour. So don't say it's 4:50. That is a huge rookie mistake that I see all the time. all the time. Don't make a rookie mistake. We're Aggies. We're not rookies. All right. Bye.